Well, we're here today with Bill Myers, who is a very proficient author. And Bill, we want to thank you for being here for our Good Teen Reads celebrating Teen Read Week. Um,
Thanks. My privilege to be here.
Now, can you, for some of our fans who haven't interacted with you yet, could you give us an introduction of yourself and kind of how you got started in writing?
Wow. Yeah, I've written about 100 books.
Wow.
Started off years ago with a video series called McGee and Me,
Oh, yeah.
uh, which got a lot of publicity. And then I started writing a lot of kids and teen books. Probably the best known stuff is the My Life As series, which has sold a gazillion copies. Just been writing ever since. It's been really good to me. I've picked up about 60 awards, including the C.S. Lewis Honor Award. In
Wow.
fact, the series we're about to talk about is what won that award. And I just keep typing, and people keep buying it.
Yeah, that's great. Now, the series that Zondervan has most recently done with you for teens is the Forbidden Doors series.
Yes.
And then you also have a nonfiction book that kind of is similar along the same path called The Dark Side of the Supernatural.
Right.
Can you kind of tell us about those two projects?
Yeah, I'd love to. As we know, there's a huge fascination the teens have for the supernatural. So what I did with this series, and there's actually 12 books, there's
Okay.
4 volumes of 3 stories in each book,
Hmm.
is just to explore these various supernatural counterfeits. One book is on Ouija boards, another's on seances, another's on ghosts, another's on UFOs, Wicca, reincarnation, and the list goes on down.
Wow.
And the premise of the story is brother and sister, teens, have stumbled upon a group of kids in California who are experimenting with all this different stuff, whether they're doing seances or whatever,
Mm.
and they explore each of those things to discover if there's something you mess around with or not. So there's a lot of information, true information in the series, but it's
Okay.
all candy coated in a hopefully a page turning type of fiction that educates but also keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, and it seems to like it definitely covers the full gamut of different supernatural occults and things like that.
Which is why we had to write this other book, this Dark Side of the Supernatural, and that's not fiction. That is
Okay.
all true accounts
Hmm.
I did in the research for the Forbidden Doors series. And that research, man, I interviewed everybody from the head of the CIA Psychic Research Division
Wow.
to the son of Sam serial killer.
Wow.
Spent a day with him in his cell. I mean, I've been all over the place asking questions people want to ask. I was at a paranormal laboratory where they, test out ESP and stuff one day.
Hmm.
So I've been able to do what the reader wants to do as far as exploring this stuff, and then come up with the answers again that I hope are candy coating so that you don't stop turning the pages until you're done with the story.
Yeah, that's incredible. Some of those opportunities that you got.
Yeah,
Um,
a little creepy
I
sometimes.
bet. I bet. What was it like being in the cell as the Son of Sam killer?
Actually, pretty cool.
Was it?
Yeah, his name's David Berkowitz now, and
Mhm.
he made a real serious commitment to Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's
And
great.
you can see that he knows what it's like to be forgiven.
Hmm.
You shoot 13 people and you're forgiven. You get that.
Yeah.
For you and me, maybe, we've done something a little wrong, but this guy really gets forgiveness.
Yeah. That's great. So tell us, when you were writing this project, especially the doing all the research that you were doing, what stood out to you as maybe one of the most interesting things that you did for it, or the most memorable?
I think interviewing the head of the CIA Psychic Research Division was pretty cool. They were just disbanded, and
Oh, okay.
he was pretty upset. So he was telling me a lot of stuff that had used to been kind of top secret.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty cool. And then to see the pattern over and over again that when we're talking about legitimate supernatural counterfeit. Now, there's a good side of the supernatural too. Let's not forget that.
Right.
But when counterfeit stuff, it's always the same pattern. It's glow in the dark action figures that are saying, "You're like God," or
Hmm.
"Come worship me." And they always pick on Jesus Christ, which I thought was
Hmm.
very interesting. They don't pick on Buddha, they don't pick on anybody else,
Hmm.
but whenever they want to say they're better than somebody, they always say Jesus Christ. And that I thought was a very interesting pattern. Even the
Yeah.
UFO abductees.
No way.